Once again, Europe is ahead of the United States as it pertains to harnessing and regulating our tech giants who have preyed upon our citizens here in the United States and elsewhere around the world, using our data to sell to companies and invade our privacy. And sometimes there's not a fair amount of competition in the marketplace, but thankfully Europe is intervening to stop and eliminate some of that and thereby enable more companies to compete against Google and the other large tech giants and search engines and ensure some fair competition in the marketplace. Don't get me wrong, I love Google Maps and all maps as a world traveler who's been to 90 nations and lived in Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Europe. But Europe regulates big tech to protect Europeans' data and privacy, unlike the United States government that fails to do so. And Europe has done a better job at food labeling and removing toxic ingredients within their food products and upholding environmental integrity in society and punishing polluters in industry. So the United States, unfortunately, applauds billionaires, whereas Europe pursues a healthy, sustainable, and more equitable society, providing more work-life balance and less enslavement to corporations and the greedy individuals often leading them and simultaneously destroying nations. So Europe has recently regulated Google and the ecosystem online, and that Google Maps is no longer allowed to be on the search engine, and thereby the European Union's trying to create some fair competition so Google doesn't suck up all the business in the online search queries. And that being said, the tech giant has complied. Google has complied with the EU order to remove its navigation of its maps from the search results. That's just a small step in the right direction. But once again, Europe is far ahead of the United States and most likely the rest of the world. And I applaud Europe for being on the cutting edge of progress and leading us and not waiting for other nations to take the lead. So God bless European citizens and the European Union and all the wonderful people throughout the world who are wrestling with these tech giants that are invading their everyday life and trying to take over their nations and not allowing fair competition. You have to follow Europe's lead and be tech savvy and regulatory and smart in your business planning and your direction and your directives for industry and what you will allow, what you will tolerate, and what you will not tolerate. China doesn't even allow Google in its country. They have their own homegrown search engines. I'm sure India does as well. And rightfully so. Keep the money in your own country and create a homegrown search engine or big tech company that can rival and compete. So I'm a Google certified digital marketing and e-commerce professional, but that's not to say I don't love the world and the nations of the world and encourage them to compete, because consumers benefit from competition and the lowering of prices and a better quality product. So God bless those who are endeavoring to compete and the countries of the world that are rightly regulating the big tech giants so other small businesses can compete.